to ahye so ama me no ka sei de ebinum ahwere wo mo nkwa ama eye etutrafo ya wo mu kodi sa nyamransem we nso no yetimi ache wo mu ebie and I'm so ama me no ka say the Ghana Armed Forces headquarters wo mu edin krata ba betum monten so etre ensem wa ikoso no potin de ba ye bebia na the Ghana Armed Forces convoy no ekwa no enti no ekopie mu ewo Binduri between Boko ene Bogatanga no nipa binum koto share convoy no so sha ase wo mu etututu ama etu abobani bia koka civilians ni mududo bi ama wo mu efree mu now yenje bre na yenhwe ensem a free the Ghana Armed Forces for eho aba so on your screens or say Ghana Armed Forces press release issued by the Department of Public Relations General Headquarters, Bema Camp, Accra. Ghana Armed Forces escort convoy attacked instead of no. Now, you share someone with the Abana will say Ghana Armed Forces escort convoy protecting 140 civilians was attacked this morning, Monday 27th April 2026 at Binduri by unknown element into Omo Trema na Ghana Armed Forces for Omo convoy airbo civilians by 140 ehoban Omo etu kwan no amanfo bi akwato ahye so Binduri enam so ema Omo edeto embonten so or say the convoy from Boko towards Bolga was shot at several times, resulting in the death of 3 of the civilians being escorted and injuring 1. Into Mutrema convoy no na efri Boko edi neni etre Bolga tanga ena sa atorenchem we esi ya and enam so ama nipa miensa omoka 140 civilians ni ho de wo mato anananum ewonsie do ene mu baako enso epra. In the process, the military successfully repulsed the attack on the convoy, resulting in the death of 7 assailant. In pursuit, the military discovered and retrieved from an escapee who went to a mosque into a mo etrema na chese ensem no esi ye no ashrafo no so bom hu modern pass wo mo ene se nipa bonifo we no ebesi ani na enam so ema wo mu enson de wo mu nso enkwa efri wo mu ensem na kwan wo mu fa so ene se ebinum dwane no baako de wodwane kɔhye eye mosque ba bia ye nuanu muslimifo no wo mu ekɔbɔ mpaye na kyese wo mu edi nechi no mu di nechi no eniema wo mu nsa kan ye no enie a G3 automatic rifle, 2 filled magazines of 20 rounds each and 176 rounds of additional ammunition. 10 other suspects were arrested and assisting with investigations into Mutrema. The journey ye ekopie mu ewo mosque no omo enya G3 automatic rifle mienu filled with abin 20 rounds each and 176 rounds of additional ammunition and omo nsa kan ye and afei so omo san eche omudu omo sabredi omo wo omo akache omo boa awoma ye nhwehwemu de afa attacker ekoso no ehwo so the Ghana Armed Forces wishes to caution all to desist from engaging the military and other security service during its operations. It extends its heartfelt condolences to the family of the deceased and wishes the injured speedy recovery. Eno mutrema we nipa anaso wo Ghana hanum say dia bo ho modern say baby a obehu eye asrafo ubehu police for ubehu immigrations any security agency be e Ghana hanum say wo di omudwuma no hwe na wambo hu musuo se okoto ahye omoso na onye omukoyi niam bia no ana se bibisa na emom wo mo de ya konsem abusuafo a wo mahwere wo matehye na afa nipa baako a we pra no nso no wo mo ebom pai se ono nso ne ho betimi ato no krata we Mama Veronica Ajo Ahen wo no ye captain e de Ghana Navy wo sign the acting director general public relations na wo de ebeto embonten eso entimi no ka say de hosem na sa torenchem a sabre de esie ewo the Upper West region enam so ema enipa miensa ahwe wo mo enkwa no na yekoji enchemu na eniema the armed forces for no eje no bi na egu screens no so no the raffle G3 raffle ne ho tuaboba hodo ni ade no eno na de screens ne so de ama wo no and you realize nkofo yi no omodoso ye pa pa because se womumu enson ewu and this is the mocks ba ku dwa na ye ekohye mu military no nso edi ekire ekopie mu ewo hono ma wo nsa ekoka etuo no ene etu aboba ahodo no now wo hwa na chese wo modoso cause from the explanation na every Ghana Armed Forces for ho eba no na chese omumu miensa meka ne se omumu nson de omawu na omasan achidu ede aka ho na ebinum nso de omo ho ayeden aka nwura omo bomodin se ombechi omo. So as you can see on the screen, so say 3 civilians killed, 7 assailants dead in attack on Ghana Armed Forces escort convoy at Binduri. And he said there and some no eteno and that screens no so no enti na areho sem we wo mu no civilians ano muka enipa 140 ni ho a na convoy ni koja wo mo free emu no. On your screens again no see GFA, that is Ghana Forces escort convoy attacked in Binduru, 3 civilians killed. Na chese areho sem ye pa me no wo kase die utimu se baby ansem no akeka kwakodru no areho. Now so there is a report on the incident on how everything unfolded and it's a densem no esi ebusia ye beje bre na yakwakotie the report efa incident we eho yembra na yento asem no so enfama.
21 suspects having arrested in connection with the deadly attack on a military escorted convoy in Binduri in the Upper East region. The latest figure represents a sharp increase from the earlier count of 11 arrests as security agencies ramp up efforts to track down those behind the assault. The incident occurred on Monday, April 27, when a convoy transporting about 140 civilians from Boko to Bolgatanga came under heavy gunfire from unidentified assailants. 3 civilians lost their lives in the attack, while another sustained injuries. Now, during the exchange of fire, 7 of the attackers were reportedly killed by military personnel. The Ghana Armed Force released a statement on the incident yesterday. Here are excerpts I'm just going to be reading to you on your screen. A Ghana Armed Forces escort convoy protecting 140 civilians was attacked this morning. That was yesterday because the statement was released yesterday, Monday, 27th May 2026 at Binduru by unknown elements. The convoy from Boko towards Bolga was shot at several times, resulting in the death of 3 other civilians being escorted and injuring 1. The statement continues to report on the other happenings that says that in the process, the military successfully repulsed the attack on the convoy, resulting in the death of 7 assailants. In pursuit, the military discovered and retrieved from an escapee who went to a mosque a G3 automatic rifle, 2 filled magazines of 20 rounds each, and 176 rounds of additional ammunition. 10 other suspects were arrested and are assisting with investigation. And finally, the statement says from the Ghana Armed Forces wishes to caution all to desist from engaging the military or any other security service during its operations. It extends its heartfelt condolences to the families of the deceased and wishes the injured speedy recovery. That's the
Abusia na chese the unfortunate incident I see ewo Binduru ewo the Upper West region no na yikoti mu amanebo na chese amanfo a wo mu na mo baby omunim se right now no there are massive tensions in Boko because of menteme ho ase ene basabasa ya ekoso ninte no. The Ghana Armed Forces na ebo mo modern pass any civilian bia government appointees anything bia efa Ghana for one ebi omekwa ko fa sa Boko area ni mu ho no they will be protected. Now even with the protection of the Ghana Armed Forces no ebinum nya akukudro ekoto se wo mo so ehya ase tututuo ni ade a ainam so ama enipa 140 ano wo mo ewo basi mu convoy ni nyina ye convoy wo mo de aircon no sebe emu 3 ahwe wo mo enkwa. But then the good news is that Ghana Armed Forces fonso eni wo mo si ani pa eni ejai fire for fire intense wo mo release fire no and emu 7 of the amount from kwa atake womo ahwe womo nkwa ena nipa du no de womo nso omache womo so in all no ye beka se eye omo kwa atake the convoy no emu eye 17 de yensa so mumu enson ewu edu ewo armed forces for no akache ebi twa say yenhwemu yie for all you know ne kra no. Now these are terrorists from other countries, because already there's a lot happening on our borders, and our border with Burkina, our border with Benin near there Burkina nti utimu say ebinumu trema for all you know people are taking advantage of the Boko conflict na koso no and omonso try so omudi omho be for mu any ade ebi so start say as bisa questions about the EU security partnership Ghana any EU for call no omonso omo ebeboa ama ya bo Ghana for ho ban fight against terrorism near ade no. What is happening to it? We have to see, because if it is really effective at this point we shouldn't be encountering attacks in the upper west region, the northern region, upper east region as well, because questions about the safety of people in the northern region, people in the upper east region and the upper west region. Questions that but then in all the armed forces and so abasobadi call more for the swift response emeki at least civilians in their miensa newu, but then those that attacked 7 means actually edu, that is 10. That means that you can't just go about messing around with the military in Ghana. Sabede asem no ayare hosem ye pa binumu bebre ede condolence akọ ama the deceased of the 3 civilians. Yakoso na ye di nsem we yechi na updates bi ebepie mu ebeba no ebusia ye de ebeba besom now. Yemfri nsem way eso na yenkopie mu ewo ensem fofo eso for some time now. Reverend Fojo in team Fojo wa trendy ye pa ewo Ghana hanum say, and it is because of LGBTQ and sensemwa ekoso wo krodue mu hanum say. Now there is mechanic say an LGBTQ member or no another screens no so no ni the magazine na abrantie we wono na some time ago ye dey updates by na ne maame chirema all LGBTQ members omo maame nom omo nkom ntuma mbom na omo fight against the anti-LGBTQ plus bill ye pese ye passing into law or parliament no. Abrante we ashase de ensa etnetene Reverend Team Fojo so say Reverend Team Fojo are patronizing the services eda amache say omo aye nioma e wo krodue mu hanom say enya asem ketwa na no na lawyers wo mu ejine mu edema Reverend Team Fojo no wo mo eden krata betu dwa se abrantie magazine Angel magazine omra bonten no metwetwe ne nsem ne ensan isan se no kra bia enimu se Reverend Team Fojo ene no aye bibi aye be kan se bia empamu agora na se bibi sa ne there is nothing of that sort. Into one be apologize say there is a response from Angel magazine Abraham ne wo kase o chemu se daoda enya dia wo betwe asan na ono enenim de wo ka no mo push ne there is a lot to expose. What is really happening? Yenti Angel magazine in Sem Embra.
Hi guys. So I've been sent a letter by the lawyers of Reverend John Tim Fojo to retract and apologize what I said about him. So I have to do a video now and say something to him. So Reverend John Tim Fojo. Oh, Dumso. Oh, Dumso. Oh, light off. Oh, Dumso. Oh, yeah, wow. Dumso. Oh, Dumso. Yay.
Abusia, that is a magazine and someone not working, but then yen share enkrata lawyers of Reverend Team Fojo womo ede ekoma magazine. So that is enkrata no any other screens so also demand for retraction and apology for the vile and defamatory material of and concerning Honorable Reverend John in Team Fojo MP circulated worldwide on digital platforms. In Tieshema, I will say we act as lawyers for and on behalf of Reverend John, Honorable Reverend John in Team Fojo, Member of Parliament, Asen South, and right pursuant to our client's strict instructions. Into Mutrema, while more ejine mua kasa ede ama Reverend John in Team Fojo. Now, yenshen semwa krata ni mo. See, we made reference to your vow and defamatory material of and concerning our clients, which you published and or caused to be disseminated multiple times worldwide through the deliberate use of widely accessible digital platforms, including Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, falsely asserting as fact that our client is gay and has had sexual intercourse with you. Into womo etrema womo hu se Angel Magazine wakan sembia egu Reverend John in Team Fojo ehu fin na sansem no wode abefo mfidi ntentan yesuya na wode keka sansem na Instagram, TikTok, X, what is formerly Twitter, Ekanwa, what the epushi sansem ne se yera Reverend John in Team for Josebe, where ye gay, abibri can say chumuchumuno, aha, where ye bia, na wono any or no magazine no, womo dimpaso agropen. Now, these statements are categorically denied and entirely without factual foundation, and we made recklessly, maliciously, and with a complete disregard for the truth. International mutrema and someone. Angel Magazine ababeka no kre bakuse bianim enti amanfo a wo mani betwa so no wo muntwambo no mu hu se enye no kre na abrantie no eka. Our client makes bold to say that you are a complete stranger to him. He has at no material time met, seen, communicated with, associated with, or engaged in sexual intercourse or any form of sexual contact with you. And so Reverend John in Team Fojo or say Angel Maxim no onimu no ohun ne da onhia ne da woni ni mpaso agro woni ne nka bibi akra fa oba na se bema ne bema hu nkita hudie nsem debi woni ni nkomo bi etesa. Your assertion is an improvisation of your wild imagination, and that has never been involved in the dirty act of intimacy with a fellow man or any indecent sexual activity. Into muchema magazine ankasa nete ho en wode ni adwin ni tiri bobo nsem mu na ono ankasa ka de ope, because Reverend in Team Fojo de onimu no and won't she and so either. Now, see your vow and unguided statement culminated with the flagrant abuse of digital publishing platforms have exposed our clients to public ridicule, contempt, and opprobrium, and have caused substantial and ongoing damage to our clients' personal and professional standing. Into muchema is a magazine in semna wabeke kano egu era John in Team Fojo ni hufi ewo monten so they say amount for some kind of way bi near the idea and afin so no ama sebe ni debre ene ne bobra wo kra ewo krodwem se sofo and afin mrahye bedwani no sebe ho abefin enunti no de wo ho eni o say the reputational damage you have caused our client is incalculable, given the fact that it is your advertisement that you are also active on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and many other places in the digital world. Internet is so much trema. Send gwase we ya we dey gu yera John in Team Fojo edu actually, because we share magazine we did not grow LinkedIn, we did not grow Facebook, we did not grow Twitter, YouTube, any other social media platforms are ka hu ni nyina so no ade a wakobobo bonsem ni hu dawro ewo ho enti se de ka no no se enimguase mfata okan ni ba ne de na ewo se yera John in Team Fojo utimi bribi ede fansem no. Now see, we have the full instructions of our client to demand you immediately and permanently cease and desist from making any further defamatory statement about our client. International say omo etrema say pa omo kasa ne de Angel Magazine and someone if Reverend John in Team Fojo ho eba ne say one jai cry say wode ne ho nsem bi ba betom bonten so beka say de woman ni anim nyina it should come to an end. Magazine any who akwenya bia biom so obeba bonten abeka nsem de afa Reverend John Ntim Fojo and was further we demand an unconditional retraction of the defamatory material. You gratuitously fed the whole world and render an unqualified apology to our client. Enti na chese we chema every ende ekoi pa de was say yera magazine obepa yera John Ntim Fojo achel ewo nsema wo kan ye ni nyina eho wo mesesa na no o ma Ghana fo say asem bia wo kan ye no enya de a no kre. Take notice, and notice is hereby given that if you fail, refuse, and or neglect to comply with the terms of this letter, 7 clear days from 27th April 2026, our client shall seek legal redress without further recourse to you. Into omo trema womo ema na ena bako enson sa ena nson no se wama bonten ama me pacho na wa ma Ghana fo ehu se ne nsem a wo kan ye no edify Reverend John Ntim Fojo ho no eni nyina ya atro de a na emra no eni ni bedi no se de etie nti ensem we lawyer IK Bochi Junior Esquire counsel for Honorable Reverend Ntim Fojo wono ena ne nsa hye ase a wo mo edisa enkrata we ababeto dwa na eno na magazine so chem se krata ne de wahu pa nanso resist and resist or cease and desist no or no sabrofo no nyante afa kra and oba be hyase ane we de nwum to ni nwum moto yo say this is just the beginning we ya hyase enti according to magazine ne de afa and a Reverend John Ntim Fojo wo ba be hu de wo no ede ba be ye no e wo krodwem ha enti cease and resist or cease and desist ne de it is just some kind of phrase from lawyers to ono onte but the question people are asking is this just a mere attack to the image of Reverend John Ntim Fojo? Because aside Samonate George Ningo Pram Mashebedjanino Yera John Ntim Fojo happens to be one person also pushing for the anti-LGBTQ plus bill to be passed into law. Ewo Ghana Hanum say Entino Ebinumuni said this is a way the gay community and I said the LGBT community are threatened by the input of Reverend John Ntim Fojo, and the magazine happens to be one of them. And Untina pushi this kind of agenda, trying to make Reverend John Ntim Fojo to be seen in a certain light, trying to intimidate him. Now untimi pushi for the agenda again. But they been with just say Reverend John Ntim Fojo say oh nimpa say when the magazine in the agrobi etisadia with immediate effect Oma and Brano enye juma ewo magazine eso because enough is enough. Enti ye said the Reverend John Ntim Fojo na lawyers for no bekoso na umadi sa ensem way echi na baby ansem de kwakwagi kan edru no ye de abre ahwefo. Let's move on na yenkopie mu ewo the Ashanti region of Ghana. Na na chese anwanwasem a esie ewo honom no chese ababa wey anase lady other screen say she is a Nigerian. Na ebusia obebusa say na nkaba ye egu ne nsei Edian awaye ane Nigeria for they will never cease to amaze us in our own country. Now ukopie mu ewo the Ashanti region of Ghana lady way we di 28 years na bonia wadi amen am so ayakwa kwache no ene se wanya biaye bi ewo Kumase Mountain honom ena guess wo run wo musa like a brothel na ndie wo uba ne we bechusu choice de open no ono agiska ne se now look on the screen. So say 28-year-old Nigerian woman Esther Egbuhama arrested in Ghana for operating a brothel. Not just say ye ka brothel bia ya sheda esiesie e de ato say we bema na okwa guess de obenya bi na odi asepe ho de aye de ope eno ena ye adwuma lady wey wa hye ne ho a wo ye ewo eye Kumase Monten so a policefoɔ ete hu na kyese wo mo ekopie mu ewo biaye honom a wo mu ye nhwehwemu de ekoso ni mu a na me no kasa ide wakakotwe eye policefoɔ kukum. Now the question people are asking is that is very brave of her. So as you can see, a brothel is a house or establishment where people pay to engage in sexual activities with prostitutes. Said they can no sa pepepe enti obekọ no we siesie ma no wo honom say okwa wakotua ka na de oba na ma. We see it in movies most of the time and de ne ho akoka ya che no. Now there is a very video bia enche beko akoshe. Now that video no eno enenam so a lady way wo mo ekoche no na ye kire mu a bro no a wo so no emu ahemfo ni ade de wo mu nim de ekoso a ye manso watwere so ho ena lady way yes brothel or pretty brothel way ewo na mpanimfo ni nim na chese nipa ne na dwen se nko obeblo yi hu na police fan hu say bibi say cost because there have been countless times the Ghana Immigration Service for akwache mekan say prostitutes hodo ewo vantage point ni ade ebinom ya ye deport your back to their countries and all that, but way in particular no operate ache say akwache na info munyai ni ade na papa ne say enough is enough. We de meka am yakwa akwache no enene ensa aso ni mu na yenko hwe video enam so ma Esther yi a police for ensa etumi so ni mu.
Me ma obi biala good evening. Me pacho me na me ye video efa manso watre so ahyawofo na badam na ode enkwala bo ahyawo no. Me ye video no manso kwanta divisional command ya frame me police for penifo bi bra frame. Manso kwanta police command mo ya ade pa ade adana me ye video no ade chia no mo frame me na omo ba be chige na madam no. Omo chi madam no Ghana police on baba me ho ban me wo honom na omo say kromu ahene frame. Ono zo yo hene na ye ne dia me koya o hene ne ti wo se boy na on baka to kromo hene frame no makoje me wo pa 2000 me ohonom na ge na o ma che no ne boy etua 2000 ma o mo ye frame no hene enye kromo hene o no ni di ndo hene rasta ni ano ne tua 2000 me kwa mfio kromo hene wo ho ansa na de ye frame no hene no wo ho ansa na rasta wo ansa na committee chairman wo ho se enye committee chairman ene rasta na enkom bu mi kume min twan tronto obi aso men kase rasta bo me bi men kase kromo ohene bo me bi men kase committee chairman na ji me ohene tietia me hwemanim na ni ase nyina na hwe ohene tietia mo de ne popo tietia me mfene ze me jiro me ntime home Ghana police antima mo me home to extend say o ma bo me boys aje me 20 million 2000 ama me jina himfi obi no otuaka me koye mete form wa himfi akonya kromo ama me bi sa dentina me de Nigeria ni na wa bobor brabo ni wo kromo wono omuso mu hia me kromo obi me sikation botom ni na menim ne wayi afiso mu tiatia be na me da form omuso mu hia me kromo obi me ntomfiri kromo hene ka kire me say me metu ama Nigeria ni na tena ho mo hwe me o Ghana police mo hwe de omo de ayame omo hwe omo de false charge to me so say me girl no me ye case me be che no me report no me be che no eno na police wo be che na me makofa girl ni sika ene ni gold jewelry ene ne store we makobo ani se me ko girl no kofa ni sika pure water rubber ba akokra pure water rubber ba ana mosquito ko kra antoanya ma ayanta na na so babu so mpenimfo nyina omukume omuwia me ni aseda omfa me ma wo babu ya wi ase na ase se me ko ho kra kwatinte so kra gu ana me ko ekofa ne pure water rubber kra de she me botoma antoanya ma akono di ayanta pape omunkumi omu amefa me manase na se manko ene false charge na mode to me so se de be again machi no musum benya adaje achi mi bia wo a wode wano beka bibia se makowa kofa again pia water kra no antonya mankum wo wi onfa oba wo yire no manase onfo abusu afo nase wo a wode wano beka wo afo ni ahumi a wode wano beka minko ho enkofo obi asika omo ka cha afi omo de me kwa mfio no omo ka cha me se omo frɛ police force omo de me kotum se me nso makofa ga ne sika ene ne fono akofo me nso me nyesa nto ma me option bi se aida se me magi atum no magia me na ade achi brada mako police station akoyi ga no ana se omo che de me kwa kotum betwa ntro ato me so ena me nso me ka kire omo se omo nya me ade achi me kwa akoyi ga no ene so omo magia me yewu hwebo omo abo me mani ase kromo anyi na himfie omo nim se de omo de to me so na nya no kre me de na me call na man awro mo twededa so no me de sekan call wansa na manager do mo ye no man fa ntwa obia o ma sada na me de na me de sekan call so mo video me Oh, and son of a second call no muja sade no mo ye no. Omo video me. Omo the video no was me match second about bechicho. Me so be a second. Macho bi second come some post this video no. So blabo ni say no mo bon wo ho. E ma nko police station. Me ncho bi a second. Me nko fa again. Me amakwa case am abeche again no. E den na me say akobu ni punani. E wo ko fa ni sika. Ene say na me ta again dada wo. Enya ne sa Ghana police mun som me fa ne taze me se ma fa nto anya ma yanta ko ne dia pape enku me fa me ne me ma na ase na se me fa pia water rubber kra wo na wa wo de to me so ye kwan fio sa na ohene ne ka krom ohene se me ye kromfo ge ne kunu no ayefra no ohene no ono so se ah me makofa ge ne sika ne jewelries ene ne phone se me fa no de to me so wa wo de to me so bia nto anya ma ayanta ko ne dia pape bo kire wa enku owi anfo obuhiem ni patitro mo na ase onfa yire no ma na ase woni yire ne man so onfo obuhia panyin na ase wa be fa kire wa ma me nchen na no kra na adi na be ka se wo kwakoda ne dua no ka wo so ensuo ni kan kuansa wa be fa kwakoda ne abra mi nim bia ensuo ni kan kuansa wa be 10 pesos wo me ho se wo de wo be mama nya asem e wo video am ye fa against wo be mama nya asem bia nto anya ma ayanta ko ne da papa ni woni wo de 10 pesos wo kun no fo busuafo na ase dua bo na betima bo me se sia fi se my lose interest wa Ghana police mu hwe no mabo me ayeme enti ma dwane kura se nwura me na me ye video no me da mase.
Ebusia is quite unfortunate, but utie ensemo abrantie we ede tudwa na chese wono e na wodi kan ebloyi alarm no ewo eye dia ekoso ewo eye manso watwere so no na lady in question Esther yi wa gada emabawa ewo kro no eso ena nnie tutu abrabo yi wo mo ebo wa create space ne kama oba utria na ja wakofa de ope na woni na kwakoyo no se de wa wope na eno na branche we hu ya wo chem se we yentimi ma obi mfiri ni kromo alatamam Nigeria Ghana ha metena ha nye de onu ankasepe enye mibo hu ama police fo hu ena Ghana police fo nso edi video na chi a wo mo ekoche ababawa we na no ena branche ni chem se chi a yekoche Ghana ye Esther yi no edi nsem bebre edi abre no ama se no kromo ohene ene eye gay yi ne boyfriend o makonaive na say o mo pesa abrante wo mo making the life so unbearable and miserable edema no e wo man so watwere so kro no eso a wono nso ede aba beto dwa se bosha eye Ghana police for share no so wo mebo ne ho ban na wo mo maboni bi antono no ase wo mafeli e wo honom sanse bo wo mo abono no supplement na nyasem ketwa nso wono ankasa no otimi se wonte ase enti no wo be kosa no aba beka ene watwe camera ediesi nanimo a wo kire ne ensemu but then wo share the reactions from some Ghanaians wo echemu say these are things that are happening in the rural areas, particularly mining sectors ne mining communities no utimu say ekoso ewo ho papa na ahemfo no ebirum nya wo mo share ewo mu nti no wo moja wo nya bitafre nti wo menden ohene no na chese abrante na kwa akose ne line ne ade enti akoba ne sa ne de wo say wo mo etimi etwe naso no mo di ne hu sika bo pa ne ade so wo be finish no but from the look of things no abrante no so aye na dwen say enya ade a wo be magaba ama wo mo etimi edi ne sa abone no so at this point ne de wo so Ghana police force say wo mo enkoso no mo protecting no because the people involved in the community no I said they don't want development because tell me why mabawa young girls are being traded sexually na ohini a wo kro ni mu sebe enka wenya eye timamuni a wo dwene sei na wo push se kro no sanity ebebe mu na de wo say I will act up against him ne de na just say is a whole lot of things a man for him say abrante way needs to be protected at all cost kwan bia so no wo say Ghana police for wo mo eben eye manso watwere so wo mo etimi ebo ne ho ban e na afa nso no se eba ne critical Ghana police for entinsim ohene no ene eye wo mo keka ho e wa ahemfie honom no asotwen bi wo honom a yemfa ma wo mo se de be ya we nyina eto ebetwa e wo Ghana hanom say so it's very sad say these things are happening in our country but then we are hoping say with immediate effect you know the right thing will be done now yemfree ensem way eso na yenkopie mu ewo ensem foforo so dia na abusia yera Frank are not done pray wono ene minority chief whip ewo mrahye bedwefie ne won hyem bia ba beton monten so na nsenya efa cocoa smuggling bia ekoso ye chemu amanfo se wo mo smuggle cocoa from Cote d'Ivoire to Ghana ni ade eno na nam so ama Bono regional minister dia ba beto dwa se wonim nipa wotai sa smuggling of cocoa nechi enye obi a se Frank Anodompre wono a ne hyasem na wo bo Frank din so wono na enti empanimfo ehwe na wo mo entweyera Frank Anodompre aso na me no ka say minority chief whip Frank Anodompre waba bonten wode eho anu yie de abre the Bono regional minister se ensem a wo ka no krabia enimu na se sanete de a na chese wono nso wo be fa ne ho adwene na wahwe de obetimi aye de afa asem ne wesan so chema these are mere accusations nsem a wode etudwa no they are mere accusations say much for suspects so mass smuggle cocoa Africa d'Ivoire bagana me Anodompre de minim ho sesen eni now yebekọ na yakwa akotie ensem a the Bono regional chairman wodi kan etudwa efa the smuggling of the cocoa wosusu se Frank Anodompre na edi se adwuma ne ba the response free Frank Anodompre ho nso yebekọ akotie yentie Bono regional chairman ebra
ne tenten ne tietie mu a ne se mene mo anante last 2 weeks and last week yako Doma Central yako Doma West yako Doma East na accountability to na meye no me konkuru so pa na yako ye no reports we nya ye ne se nkrofo bi abandi sika baso omonto cocoa no do mo de twe cocoa wo Africos e de ba Ghana na omo afasa akwa no so e de gu abana ni maase am say kuafo no bebre kan se omo de cocoa price na ya te so no omo ni say ye world market e na nteso na ba na mom omo cocoa na egu ho no aban mo musika emomonto na no kwesem ewo me se aban ama PC4 no sika aban ama license buying companies no sika na sika di ama omo no ya giska na enam se Cote d'Ivoire cocoa no buono wo famunti omo kotwe Cote d'Ivoire cocoa no na omo di abagana na chese sika na di ama omo so omo mfanto cocoa ewo Ghana ha no omo di sika no ego omo botom because Ghana cocoa 1 bag etime to Cote d'Ivoire cocoa 2.5 bags enti sika bande be mo omo no LBCC no bimo ene nkofo bimo ento Ghana cocoa no nemom omo de koto cocoa no wo Cote d'Ivoire ade ba kwa yesen hu ye bio ne se Anodompre no cocoa farm visitation no ene yakache omo nkofo na moto cocoa no se abandi sika no ba omo make sure se omo di sika no nyina be wura Cote d'Ivoire akotwe Cote d'Ivoire cocoa e de aba Ghana se ne aban no be ye on popra na me peke sa intelligence man na so me ma security officers adwuma na me ma cocoa board anti smuggling team no baaye na sedan kanyankopon se ya chi cocoa more than 100 bars ani ya twe free Cote d'Ivoire e de ba Ghana cocoa no bi negu no ebi nso negu kanu no na me ka kire nkofo a omodi sa adwuma no more especially Anodompre se wafa na afofo a Bono ha de mane mfa wura ha bio ya momo yene oman ho kakra position a yebenyanti yeseman no na sabio sankofo we nenam kokwa ase se omodwen Ghana ho na mo ɔmo na ɛsɛ Ghana for ma wo nkrofo na ya che ɔmo no ɔmo nyina yɛ MPP executives abi mo won krankwanta ɛna yɛ nkrofo abɛka che ɔmo sɛ abande sika ba yɛmfa nto koko ɛwɔ Cote d'Ivoire na abane nyɛ unpopular na me match akwan no ɛwɔ Bunu region ha me send this strong warning say me da so yɛ Bunu regional minister yi sɛ smuggle na njaya nyoma me yɛ no ɛbɛ shoko nkrofo bi ɛwɔ mu ha wa yɛ wa adwen sɛ abande sika ba na wonfa nto koko ewo Ghana ha na mo wobakwa akotwe Africos koko aba Ghana ha de prepare for me nsema na ye nama ye kan nyina na manfo di atem say yakasa ti o mpanfo evidence no enegu ha no na sabio utim faka free crime the MPP for gum ebe ka kira amanfo say bandits kaba ye mfa ntwe Cote d'Ivoire for koko sani abano beye unpopular na ogen Ghana ho o political ayinti me America me bono ha de smuggling ye twam tintin to because wa menyaw emfa ho ni post bi ekita o Ghana me chew de watum ye nante 2 weeks no a ne ye ka koko sem se nkrofo bi MPP fo na omote basim ene nam koko ase se omo no dwen Ghana fo ho no yankopon na yi omo so krata no mo hwe koko bags no ho Cote d'Ivoire bags ya ka kire nkrofo o abandis ka no ba monye mo mfa nkotwe koko mfiri Cote d'Ivoire na aba na enye sika ntua koko akuafo ka ye pe aban ya dwen koko akuafo ho pa e ya ndisi aban His Excellency John Dramani Mahama notwithstanding cocoa price at a world market the way is it ton cocoa bag back ewo Ghana ha yeah price 18 to cocoa bag menu ne fa ewo Africos na se yeti wiase na se adwemmon se ne party ebeba power nti yen seman no eno ne MPP fo so ban a yehu ni sese no nti we send strong one
Abusia Joseph Adey Honorable Akwabua wono ene Bunu Regional Minister wono ene tinsema wode etuja isanse nanu ada na betuja se enipa nan ya che wo mo se wo mo akọ Cote d'Ivoire akofa koko ewo ho a wo mo edi abewura Ghana na eno wonsem na the Bunu Regional Minister wode etuja wo chemu se Yera Frank ano dompre ne nkofo mu nim hu bi. I mean, we've seen that the NPP for some reason the minority in parliament you know wo mo fight ye pa say the treatment free President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government honom with regards to cocoa prices to cocoa for wo krodwem ha na say cocoa farmers ne ye unfair enunti na wo mo push this agenda nenam so ma Yera Joseph Adey Akwabua Honorable with this answer we ebetuja. But there is a response from Honorable Frank Ano Dompre ninsema wode etuja no chese na ochema there is no iota of truth in the accusations leveled against him. Now yenkotie ensemwa wode etuja.
So we the Bunu Regional Minister oche nkrofobia omo edi koko efri Cote d'Ivoire omo edi eba Ghana unum say tia o man mra say wodi koko be free o man mu na de akwa amanone ana so wodi be free be na de awura o man mu aban kwa na betimi ayesa de no individual ana companies uni ho kwan say wutu sa na mo no enti ebra o che this 100 bags of cocoa ena osusu say Honorable Frank Ano Dompre oye member of parliament ewo insawomo duaji obeka na nsen onam wo ba pro nam koko fu ase ni koko fu obo nkomo ewo koko ebo enteso eba enanu yi no na ose Honorable Frank Ano Dompre ena ene clerks na kasa sesa ban disika ba koko no monto Ghana koko munkoto Cote d'Ivoire fo koko no said ebe ma aban no aye unpopular. Okay, Honorable Frank Anodompre our Pan-African Parliament is here, but this is in a response.
Okay, Minia, regional minister no need to and some more come. I said, I didn't go in na bomb in the first place. I'm so nima some any we to Ghana. So for close to 100 years near so mine, yenya buying be our bar when yasaku draw bonny article so. Amatikuku brosomo at the appenedi or how and if you draw to Ghana fosso. Enko sabio enko jini ne region one and as enko wako koko efum any equiafo any omokudin sawoswa sabin kansen sem hunu wen kan fi regional minister homa. In the first place yan ye koye se kutie efi koko fo no ho koko equiafo no ho appenedi omu fum any a kwan yan be for so yetimi aso am. Na me man 48 hours regional minister me man 48 hours on no see say yen encourage purchasing clerks so yen fan call omu wi akoko en fan call sabia manone across the border says anoka so a lawyer ni when my dear friend evidence into a man 48 hours yes he who allege would have to prove on first is siam betuja okay on from betuja baby yen yeah and idea yeah say yen encourage purchasing clerks so mun wi akoko en fan kwam no no on from betuja yen anytime ever we see us wild allegation we ono ni na kubom say entro no twa so koko asem we de ya kase yen jai kanko ene enjai nka ochina na bie manya koko nko a ene wona ado aburo wona ado adua wona ado bayire so nim the region ye pa oko Tishman market, one of the biggest markets in our country. A bro for bayire for yento. Anya obi say me see yakoho. Na mu yen central for dem mu pe ni nko hwe. It be catch no. So evidence say yen encourage purchasing clerks on from bra so ni evidence bia on jan to no o ma yen ye ho na yin na yen fa kwan paso e be fa so e betimi aso o how ni apededi o mo de beto Ghana equiafo so na ono ngase yen ni wo enye na ni wo se na aban sabi mpredua se bibia ye kon botano for kro kranshim ena to na muka sa allegations we be sa cheap politics when cheap propaganda we ati abere na nye no na be movie akra.
All right, so we Honorable Frank Anodompre, Member of Parliament in Sawamoa Duajiri, or say simply they are giving the regional minister 48 hours say prove the allegations, and somehow can say for now or che omo ye NPP for no Frank Anodompre and or encourage for no say omo enji abansika Omo mfenko toko ko Cote d'Ivoire no mo mfemra Ghana na ma ban na enye unpopular no nabo Frank Anodompre say enye no kres asem no enokre bi anim ti omo ema the Bruno regional minister Honorable Joseph Ade Akwaboa Esquire 48 hours say prove na allegation because omuhunu say enokre bia eni na asem na ode atuda no emu so lawyer
Kwame. Ebusianfo na chese eye Honorable Frank Anodompre Mashebejeni edema in Sawom Aduadri na woche mu se woma eye Bunu regional minister Yera Joseph Ade Akwaboa woma no eye 24 hours se womra bonten na womfa the evidence ni prove any ade emra no mekire se no krem se eye ono ene NPP fo nkaya aka no na womo instigate people to indulge in such illegal activity and we do the evidence but they are any fine there asema wo kan wo nyina so enti na wo kan but then until that ne de wo mo pray de ye de ama eye koku adwumayefo a wo mo ewo Ghana hanum say we've seen the MPPs do a lot because of the reduction of cocoa prices ewo Ghana and wo mo ahye black no mo kita cocoa wo mo ahye bedwafie no mo aye sash ne ye design cocoa wo sash ne mu ni nyina way they feel they are protesting against the National Democratic Congress and President John Dramani Mahama administration for the reduction in the cocoa prices. Ghana Hanum say. So at this point in the day, we are looking forward to see what is really going to happen. Is Bunu regional minister coming out with the evidence required, and I say evidence be anyhow. Nina emre na yebetimi de achre sa asemwe mu eye. Now, yen free same way so yen kopie mu wo mfimfini mantem mecha the central region of Ghana. Arehosem ebusia ababeto abonten so ene se ka kunhia bi akoso wo biaye aye friend no third rate junction wo Cape Coast and Cran Quantum Point so na enam so ema enipa mienu de wo mahwere wo nkwa ba kokra de ente ba ne se ne ti etifiri to say who enam akwanhia na abusia arehu yie papa na yeduadua mu no na kyese ensemo a eba no kyese enipa wo mu ewuye no ba ko lecturer, senior lecturer wo the University of Cape Coast and the Dr. Kwabena Ajeman wono the Department of Geography and Regional Planning and woni ni TA wono nso Peter Amwedu Asma wono nso omumienu na womo ehwere womo enkwa na kyese busia asem no arehu ye free enu anwumre be nyina no enipa pi na womo kasa the unfortunate incident see Cape Coast Quantum so I mean it has drawn a whole lot of conversation internet no so say now share some of the pictures any videos screens na that is how detrimental and how serious the accident was. Just say car na the UCC lecturer neti mu ne die just say anyam abusia ka na nyam papa ma hu a sebe areho na eyewitness ana wo honom ebra arehosem we esiye no waba bonten aba be kiremu of how the incident unfolded kwanye fa so a track na gravels and a woman car track ni ekire enkran sebe pick up bi yes o ye overtaking kodi track no ni lemu truck driver no so prevent say omobe collide ono so yi afa ho no na kyese wode ekofa saloon car no so ma gravels ni yi na edwiri ye edigo form as we can see on the screens. It's quite sad, but yebeko na yakwakotie the eyewitness reported by ewo ensem we see ewo third ridge junction and wo Cape Coast Quantum Point so ene ukopie mu ewo UCC school ni mu dia. It's all about morning yenhwe yentie ensem no embra
no pay me ye adwuma wo ekwan ho ase iti de metia ne se car wi obaben pa de tie ne se pick up bi or you overtaking one patch when dan na esi won e ho no you overtaking anyway esi fam e man no nti we nso no or the speed won pa na load no nso does into si fam no e na twen se de ne konwire nim e na driver na twen e call roadside na san twen ne call car na fa na san or the bus nti anka odi wura ha it that na saloon car white bi si ha si ono na ofiri afi no afọ Ramsey nti ohu de we aka na cross kwan no na park wo kwan ne nchen eti osan to call say no osan twa ba say na sa time na bucket no asensen ho say e na etwa asu say eti driver ne de ni tipa de ye hu just na so pe ni hu say tale ni ti kwakura no e na de ara ga no so na ha nyina pa omo nyina dabi ye saloon car ne ni pa na e wo saloon car no omo nyina efrem ana ne ade amede mani hu.
Abusia for na eyewitness report and you could see na chese wo trema saloon car na the UCC lecturer in question no na nimfoni da screens no so ni TA no enso eni sebe arehosem we ato wo mo no na wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ saa saloon car ne deɛ sɛbe wɔn a no wɔn wɔ mu lecturer ne ne tie ne deɛ wɔn nyinaa yam to condemn wɔn awu immediately instantly because wohwɛ sɛ deɛ saloon car no amoasi afa utie other reports if eyewitness are now more grounds and so be quite a much is a track no fast saloon car no swan kasanya mono said de enam road swam yet it say utimu say papa no ni ti eti free so say be tre no kra de chire grants wo mu ko hu e de akambody ne ho e de akọ which is very sad. Now said de medi kan no the institute the lecturer no any niti any no the University of Cape Coast one more adding krata betus Monten so on your screens no munsema umudia betuja. Now see official statement on the passing of Dr. Kwabena Kofobo Ajeman and Mr. Peter Amwedu Asma. Inti yeshe nsem mu a wose Cape Coast Tuesday 28th April 2026. The management of the University of Cape Coast UCC has received with profound shock and deep sorrow the untimely passing of one of its distinguished faculty members, Dr. Kwabena Korobo Ajeman and Mr. Peter Amwedu Asma, his teaching assistant into mo trema mpanimfo a wo mo da University of Cape Coast School na no wo mo de areho na wo mo de ate se wo mo member baako ade a wo ye lecture e school ni mu no woni ni TA wo mo ahwere wo mo enkwan yaya. Now we see Dr. Ajeman together with his teaching assistants Mr. Peter Amwedu Asma lost their lives in a tragic motor accident at 3rd Ridge on the Cape Coast Accra Highway. Into Omutrema, Dr. Ajeman, when in TA no, Quenchia way, see, 3rd Ridge, Cape Coast Accra Quantum Pono. So the late Dr. Ajeman was a senior lecturer in the Department of Geography and Regional Planning at the University of Cape Coast. Inti ukopiemu UCC there, Department of Geography and Regional Planning no Dr. Ajeman Owa Wodini Juma as a senior lecturer. Now he was a highly respected member of the university's academic community, known for his dedication to teaching, research, and service into ukopiemu UCC dia na chese Dr. Ajeman we lecture bia wo bon homodene papa se ban ade kire nhwehwemu na afi osomwa na wo bon homodene ho. His invaluable contributions and presence will be deeply missed by colleagues, students, and all who had privilege of knowing and working with him. Into muchema adisuafo ne de wo mo ebefe ne yie papa esan ni nipasua na woye ewo school no emu. Now say Mr. Amwedu Asma on the other hand was a national service person who graduated from the Department of Geography and Regional Planning UCC in the previous year. Into muchema Mr. Amwedu awoye the TA to Dr. Ajeman woye NSS personnel we school UCC honoma no was our department Dr. Amwedu juma afi etwemu no na we school afi and in the national service. He distinguished himself academically as the overall best graduating student of the department. In nature say na breso na we school no na okopiemu the Department of Geography and Regional Planning there na Amwedu wono ene born homodini edi nkunim bano adisuafo ni nyinemu a wono ene di kan omu entem. Now management and the entire university community extend heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. Our thoughts and prayers are with them during the difficult time. The University of Cape Coast appeals to the public, especially the media, to be circumspect and sensitive in their reportage. Signed by Kwabena Intrikunedu, PhD, or no NAE, the acting director, Directorate of Public Affairs at the Mother University of Cape Coast. Not just a woman, so a woman sema woman Edia Betuja in the Womashu adehye yade nanso wo mo de ya konsem ena wo mo ede ma ebusua ade ato wo mo ani ena afi nso no ye media fo yi ensem no ye kiremu a ye nkiremu yie na afi ankwanko ha ebusuafo a wo mo ahwe wo mo adehye eno ene nsem asese de abetodwa efa ye UCC lecture ene ni ti a akwanhia bonne a esi ewo Cape Coast kwantempon no so no age wo mo nkwa de efri wo mo ensem ni nyina mu no ukopie mu ewo asantememu a highway robbery ade bi a ekoso pa wo Ghana hanum se nya asantememu nko a ene wapo adwuma wonam kwan so a wokọ na obehu ane se enipa bonifuo bi abe crossel de tuo ni ade besisi wo so ne age wo ne ma yetimi gi age cars nyina ne ade. Recently there is a pending issue enam so a enam ama the CEO of Gold Board Sami Jemfi kra ahre ne father-in-law ewo sa highway robbery no emu no na a police form asantememu de abetudwa se wo monsa so emrantie bi a wo mususu se most of the highway robbery koso ewo Kumase ne asantememu no wo mo enim hu bi na wo mo de wo mano de sem atudwa de fa sa operation way ehu yenko na yenkonkotie ensem a police foi de tudwa with regards to emrantie a wo mo ache wo mo a wo mususu se kwantempon so robbery ahodo a ekoso ewa santememu no wo mo enim ehu bi ebusia ensemo a police for no de etudwa no sei na wo mo eka no
robbery on the JJC from BC stretch on the 22nd of April 2026. Let mention 4 accomplices, namely Umaru Musa, Tungude, Sumaila, and Bera as his accomplices. He subsequently led the police team to Safulugu in the northern region, where suspect Umaru Musa was arrested at approximately 23:30 hours the same night. Both suspects indicated that their weapons had been concealed underground in the bush at Letesi near Fundisi in the Upper East region, having buried them following their last robbery on the Yetisi-Fumbisi stretch. In the bushes by the robbers and the unraveling of a broader robbery network responsible for several attacks. The command gathered intelligence that suspect Sumaila Munkaila, also known as Buddha, who is wanted in connection with multiple road robberies, was hiding internally in the northern region. An intelligence-led operation was promptly mounted on the 25th of April 2026. At approximately 20:55 hours, the team arrested suspect Sumaila Munkaila, alias Buddha, age 37, at Vitim near Tamale. In interrogation, the suspect admitted his involvement in several robberies, including 3 specific incidents. 1, the attack on the convoy of His Majesty D.EAD Abiale Ayakitam, Member of Council of States, the China Pure, on the 20th of July 2025. 2, a roadblock robbery on the Bupe Tamale stretch on 21st April 2026, and a roadblock robbery on the JJC Fumbisi stretch on the 22nd of April 2026. Let mention 4 accomplices, namely Umaru Musa, Tungude, Sumaila, and Bera as his accomplices.
Abusian for a year press statement free the Ashanti Regional Police Command for a hobaye no and I could see ya na say bobo the countless times a year emrantie way wo mo ade wo ho akwa for a year highway robbery emu na omo chema operations ahodo wo mo aye no ebi way back utimi hu say da pan atabe robbery bi akoso a ya pe akromfo no boss abran ya pe omo ache ye pa nanso ye hu omo na omo hwemu a na say operations ni bi wo hono ma 25th and 26th April ya na omo de hihye so omo ebechi omo a omo kwachi omo wo bo ase manso nyane hin kwan no so eho ena wo mu koche emrantie ya ene wo mu de weapons akese ene kurekura wo mu a wo mu de ambushi nkrofo e wo highway so ne echewa edru so say ne echu say kim no said this is the end, my end has come. Ye je wo niema je usika uti anya yi a obesan nante akofie because car preko net utimu na wo mu de hia wo no wo besan je sa car no e de efri wo nsema sabre de amanfo abo eye Ghana Police Service for a wo mu ewo eye Kumase ene Asante Memu abaso ewo adwuma wo mu ebo wo mu nkoso na wo mu embo eye Ghana for ehu eban abusia yemfa mu nsi ha na yenda